All right, guys, let's get caught up on C&D. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? We got geek, we got hip hop. We ain't gonna waste no time because we got to get caught up before tonight on Cloak and Dagger. And it's cool to see this issue pick up right where it left off because we're starting to get into a lot of character development that I really enjoyed in this episode, Stained Glass. So I'm hoping you're feeling the same way. There's two main things I want to talk about. First, which is the investigation. I think there's a lot that's going to end up falling out of this investigation, forming from this investigation. We have, the detective coming in the game. We now know she's from New York. She's coming down to New Orleans. I guess she's, transferred or whatever. She's moved down here. And she goes to meet, the young boy. She's like, those that don't look like you fell down. That's a defensive wound. So she's starting to uncover like something funny about this. Your pants was unbuckled. You're half butt naked. You got scratch marks on your face. I think you tried to rape a girl. You know what I'm saying? So now we see she's more than just Officer Terminator. Even though I kind of liked Officer Terminator because she scared the crap out of his friends. But of course, once again in this episode, just like real life, we find that money overpowers justice all the time. But seeing the episode or the investigation through her eyes was an interesting look at not only the police force, because we got to see at the end how dude came up with the license. It was like, oh, this is a license. I found it, myself, and case closed. The case is already closed. You ain't got to worry about nothing. It's already done with. And it's like, I think there's something shady. But she, I think, is smart enough to know, okay, I can't win this way. We know at least one dirty cop, you know what I'm saying? And she might start to feel kind of on her own. We already know we got one dirty cop. We don't know what we're going to do with them or what we're going to do with them once we find out this network, because we already know the police chief or whatever that lied to Tyrone and his parents way back in the day. So now we know there is at least a prevailing dirt scumminess in this precinct. What's she going to do about it? But in addition to that, along with that, we do see that she cares. When she showed up to the house, we found out that she's not there to just, like round people up and everything. She honestly thinks that Tandy is in danger, which she was. And, she has some heart. So I want to see her story play out. I want to see how she combats the issues in her precinct, because I think there's a lot going on there that she should hopefully struggle against and hopefully overcome. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, everything else, the voodoo, the cleanse, all of that in just a moment. But first, KURO Brand is going to help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So before we get to the cleanse, I did want to talk about the very beginning of the episode where, he flashes or does the cloak maneuver or whatever and ends up shooting at Tandy. And the prayer that he says after that when he goes, back to school. And, it says, make a fervent prayer, give a fervent prayer. And that was real. There's times, I'm not sure if you watch and have, there's times when I have been like, literally, God, just tell me what to do and I will do it. And just hearing him say that was, you knew it was real. You knew he was in a place where he feels like he has no other recourse. He doesn't know what to do, where to go. And it's just nice to see him looking for answers in a positive way instead of going down, some crime-ridden, path just to find out how to use his powers or what to do about them. But we get to see the young girl that, I was like, I don't know if you should watch her or not, but she seems like a pretty cool girl. They go on a a date of sorts. And, you know, she takes him on the little, I guess, tour that she takes all of the tourists on. And there's a little connection. There's a little connection. You know, he's handsome. She's cute. They single. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? A little puppy love. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And when she got him to go to make the mark on the grave and make that wish, and then taking him to her aunt, that was for me, a very personal thing. She didn't have to open her life up like that. And I think I'm gonna put her in the good girl category. At first she was teetering. I was like, I don't know if I trust. She grabbing the phone, like put my number in your phone and taking him to parties where people drinking. I don't know if I trust that girl. But now I'm like, you know what? I think she's a good girl. Because her trusting him has led me to trust her, and seeing her aunt and how her aunt reacts to Tyrone just shows that deeper connection, that deeper knowledge about people, about the energies, about what surrounds us all. And it was touching, that small moment where she was like looking at him and he was looking at her, and there was a very, I guess, you know, the acting had a very kind of like very good body language to it, a very good, like, you know, non-verbal communication between them two, in between flipping the cards. And I just enjoyed that. I thought that was really cool. Also the cleanse part where she was like, she just gave him the bottle. She was like, I could smash it over your head, but it might not work like that. So I thought that was cool. But, you know, they sneak into the house. They get he gets in the bathtub. He's like, turn around, please. And you know, he gets in the bathtub and he goes into this cleanse and sees this vision. And he's experiencing his vision while Tandy experiences hers. And that's where this episode just shines. I already like the investigation, but this vision, or I guess you could say connected vision or shared vision, truly shines through this episode because you get to see the wants and needs of each character and how they relate to each other. This episode did a great job of building up who Tyrone and who Tandy are, and how they can help each other and how they rely on each other, how they need each other. This is going to be an amazing, if they keep on this path, this is going to be an amazing show, man. I love to see him talking to her about, like, you can't do it like this. You have to stay. You have to, you know, she can't run away anymore. You have to deal with this. And then her being like, you know, you got to get up and, you know, you got to do it a different way. And just being each other's answers, whether it's with the cop or whether it's dealing with your father's loss. There is just so much in there that I enjoyed. This episode really killed it for me. I loved just the moments when they were interacting with the child version of the opposite, seeing her dance and almost, falling to the electrocution, seeing him in that room full of all the checks. It's just so much emotion in there. And for a show on Freeform that I did not expect to be good, I'm happy, man. These are the first 3 episodes, and you know how I do. I'm willing to give you 3 episodes, and this is on point, man. I really liked how they took time to show us the characters and who they are and who they want to be. So guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you down in the comments. Let's talk about Cloak and Dagger Stained Glass. I'm on. I'm definitely up for this show. I am digging it, and I hope you are too. So before I bounce, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player, and don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, when you're driving, keep your hands at 10 and 2. Peace.